every generation there comes along a work of art so profound it breaks new ground and chisels its place in the pantheon of television. The Rings of Power blazed a new trail and transcended the world of entertainment to bring forth a bold new world for the Lord of the Rings. A masterpiece, a Middle-earth so majestic, so magnificent that it made Tolkien spin in his grave to get out and watch it. In 2022 the world wondered, would the Rings of Power ever be bettered? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that day has come. Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne have done it again. The Rings of Power 2 is beauty beyond description, a masterpiece beyond compare, a creation of televisual artistry so awe-inspiring, it belongs in the Sistine Chapel. Here is why The Rings of Power 2 is a masterpiece. The Lord of the Rings, an apt name, for it was never about a lady. Galadriel, glad we see her at all.
All shall love me. I don't even know who you are.
When will she get married? Her main reason for being, saving a 3-foot hobbit from going 6 feet under.
Back!
Under the thumb, another woman, and she's not even human. Eowyn, she fulfills her prophecy to kill the Witch King of Angmar, and then disappears, presumably back to the kitchen. The women of Middle-earth were not in the middle, they were on the bottom, their careers, rearing babies, or scaring them. The Rings of Power rips up the script and tilts the world of men on its axis. Galadriel is no longer where did you go, she's the star of the show.
Yes, Sauron. I will not stop until he is destroyed.
In the Peter Jackson trilogy, this would be a lovely scene. 3 ladies getting married. Now, 2 men who look like ladies and Galadriel, who resist the temptation of the Rings of Power so well. One wonders why she didn't just make the trip to Mount Doom herself.
Fuck me, that was fast.
In Season 2 so far, Queen Galadriel hasn't yet leapt like LeBron or swam like the Queen Mary, but she has rode horses and smiled like she's had Botox. 3 courses.
You know that look?
She seemingly has an appetite for pizza, but much bigger than her is a voice so big it brings down mountains. Nori and Poppy are Frodo and Sam, but with one key difference. Neither is a man. Miriel of Númenor, a woman so stunning, so brave, Númenor should be renamed Womanor. Iarien, the perfect name, for she gives an earful in every scene.
This elf stone is your queen!
Silence!
Women will be heard. The Dweller, don't mind me, I'm just a non-binary, who looks like the real Slim Shady. The original trilogy won 17 Oscars, a wondrous achievement until one wonders, aren't the Oscars named after a man? The Lord of the Rings was a story of white male misogyny. Aragorn, Gandalf, Legolas, Frodo and Sam, characters so triggering the trilogy belongs in a gun store. Tolkien was keen to make men king, a lack of thinking now corrected by the modern minds of Amazon. Male characters in the Rings of Power 2 are a fine improvement. Isildur, is he going to survive? Yes, the man who slays Sauron is saved by a horse. If not for Seabiscuit, Middle-earth would have been lost to darkness forever. Elrond, formerly elegance personified, now he whines and is ignored.
Oh, my friend!
Demon!
These rings, they must be destroyed.
That decision is far above your privilege.
High King Gil-galad sends out messengers to inform Celebrimbor, the forger of the rings, that Halbrand is Sauron, in human form. Wise move.
Oh, are you stupid? Oh.
The Stranger. In Season 1 he screamed like a madman. Now he speaks like a scholar,
There must be some evil upon this land.
when he's not a donkey. Prince Durin, blaster of rock, beaten up by bullies and blasted by his wife.
I wasn't wrong.
You're wrong now. Either you bring news of this to your father, or I will.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Daddy issues. Behind every great man is an even better woman. Isildur has found one.
Don't.
To ignore. Ambush! Middle-earth is more diverse than a packet of M&Ms, but this gang is Milky Bar buttons.
You should have listened to the girl.
Sage advice. Seabiscuit can't save you now. There's only one man who can. Robin Hood from the Hood. An elf so good he collects firewood after kicking ass, like Hollywood. Arondir is here, but not for long, for he has a funeral to attend for a mummy. The Lord of the Rings was whiter than a Christmas card. The Rings of Power 2 is a true testament to virtue. The elves, the dwarves, the mortal men and women. This isn't Tolkien's Middle-earth based on the Middle Ages, but modern Earth based on checking boxes. In Season 2, even the orcs have had a makeover. Where there is a dearth of diversity, villainy, Sauron the White Man has the power to transform into any conceivable creation. What does he become? An even whiter man. Although this time he's middle class.
Next few rounds on me.
I'm sorry. Who exactly are you?
A friend. The elves. And the dwarves.
I see.
Adar, the king of the orcs, played by a new actor but still whiter than chalk. Poor Miriel, ready to become queen but usurped by an evil white king and a mob of evil white men. From top to bottom, villainy in the Rings of Power is a pro-call harem song. Tolkien crafted a love letter to literature with some of the finest dialogue ever written.
Come on, Mr. Frodo. I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you.
The Rings of Power pays tribute with words worthy of Shakespeare, Sophocles, and Wilde.
There's a warning. Not to forget the words to the song, or you'll just go round in circles.
Sing to me, land far away.
What melody? Surely a contender for a Grammy.
Sauron looked inside you, plucked the very song of your soul, note by note. Lost king who could ride you to victory.
Sauron, a dark steed ready to mount. What poetry?
I'm sorry. You look terrible.
Durin, just another character crying during the Rings of Power. Payne and McKay paved the way for more emotion than a play at the Globe. If the beautiful dialogue isn't enough to make you weep, Season 2 has all the action of a summer blockbuster. When the wizard not named Gandalf unleashes his full powers... Elrond refusing to hand over the rings...
Grab hold of something.
What was that? Is Galadriel out for a dip?
Iceberg, right ahead!
Killed to the bounty hunter.
With Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
The Rings of Power is 90% dialogue, 10% die-hard.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
The Rings of Power has an unceasing power to make you laugh. In a flashback, the coronation of Sauron.
You need to rest.
Oh, certainly not.
My boy.
And I will always
Show Show the rings of power to prospective dates, and if they fail to laugh, you'll know that they have no sense of humour. Payne and McKay have crafted comedy so funny you'll wonder if you've been poisoned with Joker venom. The Rings of Power 2 is a masterpiece of modern television. It once again gives all the power to all the women and reduces men to donkeys, delinquents, or damsels in distress. Diversity is thy name, and it is everywhere except in the lair of evil. Sauron, Pharazôn, Adar. If they were any whiter, they'd be transparent. The Rings of Power makes you laugh, makes you cry. A new high for Amazon, truly 5-star television. It's art in its purest form with the power to change the world. Say goodbye to racism, sexism, and all the other isms for